Hello everybody, this is Hervé Ballot. Welcome to this time to open our hearts and our minds to the infinite. Yoga is an ancient science of self and God realization. Yoga is a Sanskrit word meaning oneness, unity, union. It refers to the bringing together of our attention and our awareness to abide or to rest in our own essential spiritual nature. Yoga is knowing our spiritual nature and living in harmony with it. So today we'll carry on the study of the 8 limbs of yoga that we saw on the podcast number 3. And we'll develop Yama, the abstentions, the avoidances, the ethical rules and psychohygienic. Yama means control. And the first rule is ahimsa, which is the non-violence. Not to create violence to other living people or animal or the ambient around us. So to act responsively. It could be done by actions, physical action, not to create body injuries. It could be also not to destroy the nature or planet. It could be also the speech. And we know that very often speech can be very violent, even more violent than physical deed. Then you have the thoughts. Manas, the external mind. Great rishis tell us that reality around us is the projection of thoughts on the realm of primordial nature, the responsibility of our thoughts that can use proactively as creative thoughts or negatively. So it's a very great tool. It's a weapon also. We are thinking about of emotions, like traditional Chinese medicine tells that illness are emotions that have not been digested by the organs and the viscera. So every organ has an emotion, and if this emotion is not digested, then we have a block, and the block of chi, of prana, is illness. So of course the big seers tell us that maybe you need to defend yourself in the nature or to some others, so maybe you have to react like Christ did. Or for example, Brahma Yogananda said, of course, that he couldn't bear the mosquitoes, for example, so I have to kill some mosquito. And that was okay. Then we have Satya, the truth. That is to say, to tell all the veils that we have on the consciousness, to affirm truth, not to lie, so to tell the truth. But sometimes telling the truth can harm others. In some cases, it's better not to tell always the truth. Like for example, imagine somebody who has a big drawback. Pointing on this drawback could be telling the truth, but would be very violent. It would create violence. And there is a preceding on the one rule, which is ahimsa, non-violence, on truth. Then you have ashsteya, that is to say, non-steal. Objects, of course, ideas. Not having this avidity for other people's objects. Because our rishis tell us that infinite wealth is inside of us, not outside. Then the fourth point is brahmacharya, which is the good use of vital forces, the renunciation to glory and honors. Brahmacharya is Charya is moving in direction of Brahma, the Absolute. In some certain religions it could be celibacy or the control of the sexual energy, but the prana, the energy that we have, which is the physical and the mental energy, the prana, the chi, is also sexual, it's the same energy. And it could be directed usually by the common human towards the outside and downstairs, instead of putting the energy towards the inside and upwards. And that's what does meditation. to put the energy back on the sushumna. So to be a reinitiate to excessive actions. So don't desire too much. Desire is the source of suffering, because we'll be deluded, and this delusion will arise, and it's impossible to avoid it. We may be satisfied on our main desires, but then comes the delusion. If you don't have this vrittis, agitation, mental agitations and emotional agitations to which you tend to identify, then you don't have suffering. That's what we say in yoga's chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is the stopping, the cessation of identification of the emotion that arise in the mind. So that's very important. This is technology. So they say manage your expectations, or do your action being a renunciate on the result of the action, which is the nikshma kriya, the fact to not to be attached to the result of your actions. Fifth point, aparigraha, not be attached. Remember, abhyasa in vairagya was the detachment, which is the contrary of raga, the attachment to which can satisfy the needs of the body and the mind, manas, the external mind. So let's try today to think about it, meditate on this. Let us now prepare and direct towards our daily meditation. Sitting comfortably with back upright without leaning, shoulders get down low and relaxed, nape of the neck long but without tension, gaze to the third eye, the Kutashta, the yin tang for Chinese, tongue in Ardha Keshari Mudra, pointing gently on soft palate. Let us go our breathing to its natural rhythm without controlling it. Now, let's get inside. Let's open our hearts and our minds to the infinite, to pure consciousness, omnipresence. One life, one presence, one power, one unique reality that is called by many names. Consciousness, God, Lord, Ishvara, Allah, Jehovah, Rama, Satamanaha, experiencing as you, as me, as everyone and everything that is in the universe. This reality is the source, the support and the substance of all that is. We are immersed in it. It is in us, around us, between us. We acknowledge that right here, where we are right now, this reality is fully present. Let us recognize and remember that we are like waves on the surface of this ocean of divine consciousness. When we meditate, we return our attention and awareness to abide in that oneness consciousness, recognizing our essential nature. Let's simply move our attention from the periphery of our awareness into the depth of ourselves. Let's put our attention and awareness back at the core of our being, back as waves return to the ocean. Let's become aware of our breath. Notice its natural flow without controlling it. Producing inhalation, exhalation. Breathing in, chant the mantra Hong, breathing your attention within to the energy that goes up. Breathing out, so let's go any thought or concept of separation. Observe and leave thoughts and feelings rising and move into the mind and pass away without listening to them anymore. Whenever thoughts, physical sensation in the body or noises in the environment might distract your attention, gently turn back to the observation of the mantra Hong So. Hong, breathing in, the energy gets up. So. Let us now detach our attention from mantra and the movement of energy, prana, chi. Take consciousness of your physical body, of its contact and mass on the ground. Breathe deeply in, then a profound whisper. Peace emanates from the essence of our being and pervades the mental field, our emotional nature and our physical bodies. When we carry this portable peace with us, anywhere we go, like said Paramahansa Yogananda, slowly, gently, when you are ready, open your eyes. As we abide in this peace now, let it overflow as blessing for all beings everywhere. Let your inner light shine into the world, and remember to bring in the silence of your heart peace and joy to all that you meet. Namaste.